Yo, what's up guys, welcome back to another YouTube video. Today we're reacting to, I forgot the title. I'll put it, I forgot. It's something about where exactly are you? Yeah, that's the title, I think. It didn't really give me much context. I mean, we're on Earth, duh. But yeah, let's watch. If you're new here, don't forget to like and subscribe and recommend me more videos to watch. And yeah, let's get into it.
Look around you. Where are you? Where is this place you're occupying?
My room?
Somewhere in a room, maybe in a city, on a continent, on a planet orbiting a star in a galaxy among billions. But where is all of that? While this may feel like a daft question, it turns out that the concept of an absolute position is something humans made up. In a nutshell, the universe is a big bag of space that has things in it. If someone removed all these things, the stars and planets and black holes and dust, there would just be empty space left.
Yeah.
In empty space,
Logically,
the concept of having a position loses all meaning. Empty space is uniform, the same everywhere. The space we occupy is not like a stage under our feet. We can't mark specific points or staple something to space-time as an anchor. Without things, there is no position.
Yeah,
we are really
logically.
ever only at a position in relation to something else. Which also means that things we take for granted, like up and down, are actually relative too. Okay, let's fill the universe up with things again and try to find out where you are right now, relative to everything else.
Huh. Is that really even important? I mean, it's not really important to me, honestly. I'm just interested, I guess.
Let's start this video at a familiar place and then get increasingly weird.
Okay.
From your perspective, the world is seemingly flat and you can move in 3 dimensions. It's what physicists call a frame of reference, the perspective you have of the universe and how you see things moving around you,
Yeah,
where your up and down is.
Yeah, that's normal.
Your
I
frame
like
of
that.
reference is correct for you, but not for the rest of the universe. Around 5 kilometers from you, where the horizon begins, the ground noticeably curves away from you.
Oh.
If you could see through the ground, you'd see people from below or sideways. But they don't fall down off the planet because gravity doesn't actually pull them down. Down is an illusion of your reference frame. To Earth's reference frame,
Bro, a lot
gravity
of times
just pulls in.
I'm actually glad this is the case. I'm not even into I don't want to see any I don't want to see someone through Earth. Yeah, it's like getting on drugs basically. Seeing all these weird cool stuff. I don't even think it's cool, to be honest. It's just I'm glad we have a cool frame of reference. I like 3D. I like seeing, not 3D or whatever, however we see stuff. I like that. I like normal. Normal is good.
But for humans there is an up and down because within our frame of reference that just makes sense. Which is also why we think that the planet itself has an up and down, north and south, and we made our maps accordingly.
Yeah,
But an observer looking at the solar system might disagree. Our maps make sense to us because we're used to them, not because they are correct. Okay, so this is step 1.
Why is
Your
he
position
running like
on
that?
what feels
Or
like
she?
a flat surface, but is actually a sphere. But this sphere is always moving, never staying in one position. Earth is orbiting a star, the Sun, at the center of the solar system. While we usually imagine this as pretty orderly, someone looking at us from the outside would see something pretty messy. To see this more clearly, we'll exaggerate all these movements. This is not to scale.
Bro, I see why people back then used to think Earth is flat, yo. Honestly, I probably think that too. With all this round, yeah. I like it more round shape though. I like the whoever found out that it's rounded, yeah, you're cool for that. Flat, yeah, if Earth was flat, I don't know. It'd probably be weird. I feel like the people would be more dumber if the Earth was flat. Because I don't want to agree with these people that say the Earth is flat. Never. I love when they start the argument though. They have so many mind tricks. You're like, oh shoot, maybe the Earth is flat. Yeah, I was talking with somebody about flat Earth and round Earth, and they're like, they brought so many facts. Yo, bro, it could just be the moon landing was fake, this and this, like they've really never gotten off Earth, and it gets you, it's so trippy. But you know, to be honest, I could really care less. I don't even think I'm ever leaving Earth, like to go to the moon, so all this is just entertainment in a way.
First of all, our orbit really is an ellipse, so we spend half the year sinking a little bit closer to the sun, speeding up, and half the year rising up a bit and slowing down. And the ellipse itself changes its shape every 100,000 years too.
Uh-oh.
And in another cycle of 112,000 years, the ellipse itself is drifting, which at least creates a beautiful shape. In the end, we get an orbital path that looks like a wobbly circle with wavy edges.
A donut.
And it gets worse as the moon now starts to mess things up too.
Oh.
As the moon is a pretty massive thing, it pulls on Earth. Both objects orbit their common center of gravity that lies around 4,700 kilometers off to the side of Earth's core. In practice, this means that as the moon orbits Earth, it's jerking Earth around a bit, enough to make it jiggle. Okay, so you're standing on the surface of a rotating planet that is jiggling around the sun in an elliptical orbit that changes a bit every year. But who's to say the Earth is right? From the perspective of the sun, the plane of the solar system is arbitrary. It's defined as the plane the Earth orbits in because that is convenient for us. In reality, the other planets are just a little bit inclined with respect to our plane. From their point of view, we're the ones with a slightly bent orbit. But this isn't it, far from it. The solar system as a whole is orbiting the center of the Milky Way galaxy.
Whoa.
If we look at the Milky Way, we can clearly make out a galactic plane in which the solar system orbits the center every 230 million years. But of course, it's not that simple.
Bro, the Earth
First
isn't
of all,
even that
the plane
old,
of the
man.
solar system
I
is
mean,
not a...
according to science, it is. Oh, I hate saying that. It makes me sound like a nerd, like a big nerd. According to science, it's certain. Yeah, but yeah, this stuff is messy, bro. Like, when you think about this, like, yo, your sun is rotating something else. Bro, I think the people back then had a point, bro. They're like, yo, actually, the sun rotates around the Earth. Not, I mean, that's dumb. That's pretty dumb, but it rotates something. If somebody thought about it in that way, then it probably could have been a smart guy. Yeah, but look how many galaxies and stars there is, man. Yeah, this stuff gets me when I think about how many Earths and more planets there are. There's, you know, I don't stress about stuff on Earth as much. Because just imagine how much there is out there.
aligned with the plane of the galaxy. Nothing really is. Just like the planets in the solar system orbit the sun on their own planes, so do all the stars orbiting the galactic center.
Look at that,
The
bro.
solar system as a whole is tilted about 60 degrees towards the galactic plane, speeding through space at almost 1,000,000 kilometers per hour.
What's the galactic
Someone
plane
in the center of the
rotating,
galaxy would see the orbits of the planets moving through space in a helix shape, which you can imagine as a corkscrew motion on the tilted plane of the solar system relative to the plane of the galaxy.
Yeah, it's probably scary
This
when you look with
orientation
your
in space
actual
means that
eyes.
sometimes the planets
This
are
one looks
sort
a
of
bit
in front of the sun
peaceful.
as it orbits around the galactic core. Let's just look at this for a moment. There is a strange and eerie beauty about how our planets and the sun move through space. Do
Yeah,
you feel a
'cause-
bit dizzy? It
No,
gets
'cause I'm
worse.
looking at it through video.
This is still
so
not
it
the whole
feels
story
fine.
because the mass of the galactic disk is constantly pulling on the solar system too. Like a drunk dolphin, we're diving down and shooting up hundreds of light years through the galactic plane,
Alright,
10
bro.
times every orbit, along arcs.
Yeah, just burn already, to be honest, man. I be hearing about, like, bro, Earth is going to, like, in 500,000 years, the Earth will be closer to the sun, it's going to burn, this and this, our star's about to burst. Come on, man. Like, I feel like for issues whenever they start talking about something that's gonna happen like in 100,000 years and all that, I'm like, yeah, let's leave that for a while. You know, man, they haven't even solved climate change or whatever, or is it global warming or climate change? Either one of those. Yeah, but I wouldn't really worry too much about space, like stuff like this. They should be worrying about fixing Earth. Yeah, but this is, I'm glad after the end of this video I'm still in my room and I'm not up there. Yeah, people, bro, astronauts, they're weird people. Like, I don't see what's interesting up there other than seeing a couple of stars, seeing the planet, how it really is. Yeah, I'm fine where I am right now. I like
thousands
this.
of light years long. We haven't mapped this motion out completely, as it takes the solar system tens of millions of years to go up and back once, and well, humanity is not that old. Let's look at your relative position again. On a planet tilted towards the sun, jiggled around by the moon, in a solar system tilted towards the galactic plane, moving forward in a helical shape, diving up and down through the plane. But where is up in a galaxy? At this point, the frame of reference becomes a bit arbitrary and pointless because of the nature of the universe at this scale.
At that point,
the
I
Milky
wouldn't
Way
even
is
care
part of a
about
galaxy
that.
group that appears to be part of greater structures like the Laniakea supercluster, which
What?
itself is part of the gigantic Pisces-Cetus supercluster complex, and finally a galactic filament that spans hundreds of millions of light years in all directions and orientations. Someone looking right at us from that far away will only see the end of greatness. All stuff appears homogeneous, the same everywhere. Just like with empty space, when everything looks the same, who's to say anyone's view is better than anyone else's? We've reached
never
the
said
end of
that.
our little exercise
I
in
never
cosmic
said that.
humility. Let's make the journey backwards again, from the indescribably large to the really large to our galactic home, to our galaxy, to
Yeah,
the
let's
solar
come back
system
to
diving
Earth,
up and
man.
down through the
Yeah,
Milky
get back
Way,
to Earth.
to the jiggle of existence. And finally, back to you right now,
Right,
watching this video.
Uh-huh.
If this is all a bit much, don't feel bad. The scale of the universe is brain-crushing, and trying to keep track of how everything is oriented or decide where the best up and down is hard. But it doesn't really
That's
matter,
why I'm not really
because it
gonna
doesn't
think
change
about it
where
too
you are.
much.
You're already in the best spot you possibly could be. Right here, right now. For all you care, nothing can stop you from being right at the center of your own little universe.
Right, I love my mind.
Perspective really is everything. That's true for the universe we all inhabit, but even more so within your personal universe. The way your life will unfold also depends on what you consider possible. Take us at Kurzgesagt.
Alright, that wasn't too bad. Yeah, like he said, I'm not really stressed about any of that. That was too much. When they showed the full galaxy, the actual, how the whole thing looks, I was like, yeah, let's not go there, man. No one's trying to see that. No one's ever gonna get there. I don't care how long humans last for. No one's getting there. I don't care how advanced you are. You're never leaving outside this galaxy, bro. And I'm not even hating on astronauts or anything. I mean, I might be hating, but yeah, you're not getting past Mars or Neptune or whatever those habitable planets they want to go to. Yeah, Mars could be the last place humans go to. Yeah, but aside from that, it was cool. It was cool to see, man. I'm glad I'm in my room, chilling. Yeah, this stuff gets scary. Yeah, and then we're not even gonna talk about who created all this stuff. But yeah, if you made it this far, thank you and have a nice day.